Good afternoon, dear students. How are you all? Today we will start lesson 8, problem solving, and exactly comparison problems, and the strategy that I will use it to solve this problems or this comparison problems by using diagrams and addition and subtraction. So the strategy that I will use it in this problem will be about diagram. Okay, so in this lesson we will learn how to convert the words into numbers, how I will convert words and sentences and write it as numbers, and I will write it as operations. So how I will know that? Let's read. First, you have to read and understand the problem. So let's read it together. Hot air balloon festivals draw large crowds of people. The attendance on the first day of one festival was 17,315. On the second day, the attendance was 18,925. So how many more people attended the hot air balloon festival on the second day? Use here, there is a note right here. Use the graphic organizer to help you solve the problem. So look, he mentioned here, or in this problem, there is a mention about the strategy that I will use it to compare between the numbers. So I will use the graphic or diagrams to compare between the numbers. So there is a step, or there is a strategy that I have to follow to solve this problem. So let's here find out, or to read the steps right here. So look, you have here those steps. I will start with the first one to answer this question. Okay, so read the problem. I read the problem. First I will read the problem, then I will answer the first question, or the first step, to understand the problem very well. Okay, so the problem here talked about hot air balloon and the attendance on 2 days for a festival. Okay, so let's start. What do I need to find? Okay, I have here to specify what I need to find. So in this question I have to return to the problem here and look for the question that in this problem. I have to look for the question in this problem. So where is the question in this problem? Look, the question, to know the question, you have to know it from the question mark. Okay, so the question here is, how many more people attended the hot air balloon festival on the second day? Okay, so I want here to know the increase here. Look, the number of people increased from in the second day from the first day. So this question is what I want to find, or what I need to find. So write what you want or you need to find. You have to write, I need to find how many more people attended the festival, or the hot air festival, on the second day. So this is the answer. Let's write it. I need to find here. Okay, I need to find how many more people attended the festival okay on the second day. So this is the first question, okay? So this is the what I want to find, or what I need to find here, okay? Now, so I will here answer the second step, or the second question to solve this problem. What information do I need to use? You know that the number of people increased in the second day. The number of people that attended the festival increased in the second day, okay? So the information here, the information will be the numbers in the problem, the numbers in the problems. So here I have two numbers. Look, the first number was the number of people that was attended the festival in the first day, and the second number was the attendance in the second day. So let's find the first number is 17,350 people attended on the first day, and the next number 18,925 people attended on the second day. So the information will be the numbers in the problem, okay? The last here, the last question in this step, how will I use the information, okay? So here I have to talk about the strategy that I will use it to solve or to compare between the numbers, or to solve this problem. So you know, I told you the strategy that you will use it. You will use the diagram, okay? I told you, you will use the diagram to solve this problem, okay? So the strategy right here that I will use it, I can draw a diagram. So all comparison problems, to solve it, I will use the diagram as a strategy, okay? So the strategy that you will use it in all comparison problems will be diagram, or graphic organizer, as he said right here, or bar model. So all those names will be the same, okay? I can draw a diagram, okay? Or use a bar model, okay? So this is the step, the first one. How I will find, or what I want to find, or what I need to find, you have to look for here in the problem. You have to look for the question. The question will be the answer for this step. The second step, the information. The information will be the numbers in the problem. How I will use the information, that's mean I will use a strategy. So which strategy that you will use it in the comparison problems? I will use a diagram, okay? Now I will solve the problem. So first I will read the problem and understand it by using these 3 steps. Now I will solve the problems. You know that to solve comparison problems, I told you, you have to use a diagram or bar model, and then you will use addition and subtraction operations. Okay, so first thing, I will draw the bar model or this diagram to solve the problem. So this is the look. In the first day, the number of people was 17,315. So this is the first day. Okay, and in the second day, the number of people was 18,925. So look, the number of people increased. So to know the number of people, or the how many more people attended, look, this is the bar model for 18,925, and this is the bar model for 17,315. So look, this is larger than, or this bar larger than this one, right? Because look, this number is greater than this number, so the bar model for this number will be larger than this one. Okay, so look, to know how many people, or how many more people attended, you have to find the differences here, the difference between those two bar models. This is the number of people, or this is the increase here. This is a little bit. Okay, so to know, I have to find the difference between the number of people in those 2 days. Okay, the difference means subtraction, of course. The difference means subtraction. So I have to subtract between those two numbers. 18,925, 17,315. Okay, so you have to put the numbers under each other as we learned, and find the subtraction. Okay, now 5 minus 0 equals 5. 2 minus 5, I can't take 5 from 2, so I have to borrow from the 9. It will be 8, and this one will be 12. Now 12 minus 5 equals 7. Now 8 minus 3 equals 5, and 8 minus 7 equals 1, and 1 minus 1 equals 0. So this is the answer, 1,575. So 1,575 more people attended on the festival on the second day. Okay, so now let's continue, and we will solve a problem about also hot air balloon on page this page okay, 50. Okay, this is page 50. So on page 50 I will read the problem also. Okay, the same idea about hot air balloon. During an event, okay, a hot air balloon traveled a distance of 5,110 feet during the first trip. Okay, and 850 feet more. Okay, I want you to focus on this idea, feet more, during the second trip. So how far did it travel during the second trip? Okay, I will use the same steps and the same strategy here. Okay, so let's here start with reading the problem and answering those questions. Okay, the first question, what do I need to find? I told you, what do you need to find? You have to look for the question in the problem. Where is the question? I will know it from the question mark. The question is, how far did it travel during the second trip? So this is what I want to find, or what I need to find. So I need to find, I will write it here for you. Okay, write with me please. I need to find the number of feet, or how far did it travel during the second trip. How far travel during, during the second, okay, I will trip. So you have to look for the question in the problem. The next step, what information do I need to use? You know, I told you the information, that means I have to look for the numbers in this problem. So I have here two numbers. The first one is the number of feet in the first trip, and the second number is the number of feet more during the second trip. So here the second trip is, or was, far than the first trip. Far, but you know the increase here. You have to know the number of feet in the second trip. So the information that I will need it, or I will use it, I will use the facts that the balloon travel, or I will use here. I will write it here. I will use the facts that the balloon, okay, traveled 5,110 feet during the first trip, during the first trip, okay, and 815 feet more in the second trip, or during the second trip. Okay, the same trip, okay. So the same steps, okay. The last step, how will I use the information? That's mean, what is the strategy that you will use it here? You know the strategy that I will use it in comparison problems. I told you the diagram or a bar model. So I can draw a diagram or use bar model, okay. So I can use diagram or I can draw a diagram. Sorry, I will write it again for you. Okay, I can draw a diagram or use a bar model, okay. Now this is the answers, or this is the question that I have to answer it to understand the problem, okay, to understand what I have to do, what I need to know, okay, what I will use, or what is the strategy that I will use. Now we will start solving the problem. Now how I will solve it, I told you, by using diagram or bar model. So the first feet, or the first, here I will make it closer for you. So the first, here the first travel was, or the distance in the first travel was 5,110, and I want to know the distance for the second travel. So this is the first one and this is the second one. Okay, now I know that the second one, or the distance in the second one, was 850 feet more than the first one. Okay, so I know the distance, okay, the increase in the distance between the first travel and the second one. Now this is 800 or 15 feet more in the second travel. So to know the distance in the second travel, what I have to do, look, I have to take the first distance in the first, or the first distance, 5,110, and add to this number the number of feet that I have to put it more than the first one. Okay, so the answer will be 5,110 plus what? 815. Okay, so this is how I will find the distance in the second trip. Now to find the answer, I will find it right here. Okay, 5,110 plus 815. So I have to add the numbers and order the numbers like this. 0 plus 0 equals 0, 1 plus 5 equals 6, 1 plus 8 equals 9, and I will put the 5. So this is the distance in the second trip, 5,960 feet. Okay, so this is the distance in the second term. Okay, so this is how I will understand the problem, or the comparison problem. You have to follow here the steps. You have first to answer those questions to understand the problem, then you will find the solution like this. The solution will be according to a diagram or bar model or graphic organizer. Okay, thank you.